Hi and welcome to a very special episode of Fishing Western Australia, and we're fishing the beautiful region of Esperance.
And it is beautiful too, Steve. Believe the nickname is the Bay of Isles.
That's right.
And how's the water? And the sand is just like snow in England. It's very powdery and it squeaks.
Yeah, it squeaks when you walk on it. And the water is blue, the bluest you've ever seen. It's crystal clear and it makes for some fantastic fishing action. What are we going to get up to today, do you think?
I think we should go to Cape Arid and get some of them Australian salmon you've been telling me about, and maybe some skippy too.
That's right. Let's get right into it. We're going to take you beach fishing at Cape Arid for the awesome Australian salmon. We'll also show you how to catch herring off the town jetty and go fishing for pink snapper on lures in the Duke of New Orleans Bay. Poison Creek is about 150 kilometres east of Esperance, and the 3 AM start from our hotel in town was worth it just to see the magnificent sunrise and the crystal clear waters. This morning, some Australian salmon were on the agenda. No, not the ones that swim up the waterfalls in the John West ads, but the barrel-chested fighters that the area is famous for.
We're here at the beach at Cape Arid in Esperance, and the sun's come out, so I've took my coat off. Now, in the last series, Bruce Redding from Gone Fishing Beach Safaris in Perth, I taught him to fly fish in 10 minutes. Now, the roles are reversed now, because now living in Cable Beach in Broome, I fish on the beach, but it's a bit different, so I've got his services. Good morning, Bruce, how are you?
Not bad, Ian, not bad at all, mate.
Now, that's me rod.
Yeah, what are you going to do with that?
Well, I fish on the beach in Broome with that. Is that
Yeah.
not what we do here?
No, mate, you got a little bit more swell.
Rightio
You
then.
need something a little bit longer.
Okay, well, we'll
Yeah.
put that one back then.
Yeah, I think so.
And
You
maybe
might be
this
lucky,
big one.
but I prefer to go something a bit bigger.
All right, so
Yeah.
what do we need then, Bruce, for a typical beach like this? This is pretty typical to anywhere in Australia or in Western Australia?
Pretty well, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty close to it.
All right, so we'll
Well,
first
what we're
go on
going to
the
do,
gear.
we'll get you set up on a spinning rod, right?
Right,
Or an egg beater, or what do you like to call them.
yep,
Needs to be about at least 10 feet.
that's good, because that one
Yeah,
is.
3 metre rod, right off the beach.
Yep,
And larger.
really?
Well, you want your line, general idea is to keep your line above swell.
Rightio.
So you eliminate all the drag on your line.
All right then, so we've got our rod then,
Yep.
and we're going to talk about rigs, I suppose. So that's the rig, is it, Bruce?
Yeah, Ian, that's it.
Now we've got a bit of foam on there. Do we need that as well?
No, I just use it to just to hold my hooks so they don't rattle around in the box.
That's a good idea. Is that because you've got made up rigs?
Yeah, I run all made up rigs, saves time when you get down on the beach.
Right. So we've got 3 hooks,
Yep,
bit of line,
bit of line, bit of a
swivel.
leader, and then a swivel,
Yep.
and then we run into a bit of heavy line because I
Yeah.
use a semi-running sinker.
And now a bit of bait wouldn't
Bit
go
of-
astray.
Yeah, a little muley on there.
Now, here's one I caught earlier, as all good shows say.
Yeah,
So, again, just lay it across the fingers.
lay him head towards you,
Right.
and you want the hook that's attached to your line
Yep.
to end up in the eye or in the gill area.
Okay, so if I just lay it like that.
If you just lay it on there like so,
Yeah.
and your start point, well, it's a little bit lower, but that'll do.
Yeah, is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. That'll end up in his beak.
Now, we're using a full muley here. Is that an advantage or?
It is for fishing for salmon. They chase a nice sized bait.
So
They
about-
will chase lures and everything, but
So about like that then?
Yep, perfect.
All right, well, Bruce.
Absolutely perfect.
So we've got the bait, we've got the rig, we've got the rod.
Yeah.
All we need is the fish.
That's it.
Let's go.
And that's up to you.
Rightio then.
Yeah. Yeah, what we'll do then, we'll go down here.
Right.
There's an end of a nice little rip.
Now, I'm pretty excited about this, Bruce. Never ever caught a salmon. Is that what we're going to catch today?
Well, I hope so. We've seen a couple in the water.
Yep.
So, with luck, we will get them.
Excellent.
Salmon will come in close to the beach, so you don't always have to cast very far. Sometimes you can pull your bait right over their heads, so remember to work it all the way back to the beach and into the gutters.
That's it, lad. Now you've got him right on the beach. Wind like mad and get him up. Come in with the surf. And look at that. It's not a salmon.
These beaches are so awesome that you just never know what you're going to catch.
Now, what do you call that, Ian?
Skippy. And he took that whole muley.
Oh, yeah. Nice little fish.
All right.
That's the first one sort of off the beach. Run him up the beach.
Join us after the break to see if Marshy can land his first ever salmon. Bruce has been teaching Marshy to fish, and while that's been going, I've been throwing one of my other kooky concoction lures in the water, and this salmon has just nailed it. He's in the surf. They're pretty good at throwing the hooks, so we're going to walk into the water. Whoa! There he is. It's good fish. These things fight so hard off the beach, and once they get into that rip, they really go for it. Gee, they're so strong. Oh, he's going for a run. Now, when they get out into that surf break, boy, they're hard to stop because they get the suction of the waves and it pulls them back. Marshy, this is a good fish, mate. Right, now I'm going to follow it down the beach. Look at the bend in that rod. Salmon are built like a brick dunny and sure know how to use that current. Luckily, I had my friend Graham to help me out. Oh, now I'm walking back up the beach to land him. Last wave here coming in should just about do it. Right, here we go, Graham. Oh, nice fish too.
Yeah.
This is Graham Gath, and he's from the Esperance Surfcasters, and they're a great beach fishing club. And they've been kind enough to take us on one of their field days here to Poison Creek. The Australian salmon, what a terrific fish. Now these fish are just like bullets, and of course they're very closely related to the herring that we catch around Perth, and they're so much fun. Now mate, just grab that hook right out of there. Now you can see all of the scars and nicks out of this fish. That's not from me. Big whaler sharks actually travel in the schools with these salmon, and they have goes at them in the side of the school. So it's a pretty tough life being a salmon. That rig turned out to be a real winner, and it was so simple. All I did was put a muley on some ganged hooks and attach them to my metal slice. No sinker, just belt it out and work it back slowly. With the waters being so clear and the fishing so visual, I changed to my favourite tiger popper because the salmon seemed to be in an aggressive mood and smashed the lure right in the shore break. Well done, mate. He's really grabbed that popper, hasn't he?
This fella's been in the wars too. Look at the scars on him.
That'll come right out of there. That was my second salmon, so it was just about time for Marshy to break his duck. Well done.
What do you reckon you got?
I don't know.
It's either going to be a skippy or a salmon.
I reckon it's another skippy.
It doesn't seem to be pulling.
Oh no, it's a salmon.
A little salmon.
It's a salmon.
Nice little one. Now watch your wave. Run him up the beach on your wave.
Now if I land this, it'll be another first for the pond, because I've never caught one of these before either. So here's my wave, got to wait for my wave. And Bruce is going to grab him. Oh yeah. Far out! That's that. Don't let him go.
Broken off. Oh well, we nearly hurt him, man.
What makes of them? What makes of you?
I was going to dive, but it's very cold. The water is...
Far out.
Oh, that one went right up the backwards one.
You deserve that.
Why he didn't pull as hard, Ian? He only had half a tail.
Is that right?
Yeah, so...
I'll put it this way, Bruce, with half a tail he swam off pretty quickly because nobody's seen him at home.
Swam off with the hooks too, mate.
Far out. Oh, good on him.
Yeah, he didn't muck around. Alright, Ian, you grab your rod.
Yep, I think we're about done here for the day, and I could probably get used to using one of these, I think.
Oh yeah, after a little while you do get used to them.
And caught a couple of fish, well, a couple of skippy, almost got a salmon, I think, thanks to you guys. Good mates, aren't they?
Well, it was your fish.
Well, yeah, we weren't going to get wet.
You know what I mean? Fishermen are all the same. They start off this big, and then when they get home, they're that big, and when they get to work, they're even bigger. So, thanks, guys. I'm going to go fly fishing on my own. and leave you two to the beach. Bruce, I had a great time. Thanks for that.
Enjoyed it.
And, well, I'm going that way, so you two can stay on your
Yeah,
own.
we'll go this way. We'll keep away from him for the rest of the day.
Today we're in the southeastern part of Western Australia, Esperance, and what a beautiful spot. The Bay of Isles it's also known as, but we're here at the jetty to catch the herring. There's some slimy mackerel as they call them. We eat them in England, they're quite nice too. Anyway, we're going to do herring today, as I said before. All you need is a burley cage like that, just a wire one. It's got a bit of plastic in there, makes it float, so your burley dissipates and sort of sinks around your bait. Little bit of trace, nothing too flash, hook, bit of prawn. There's thousands of them in here, so hopefully Steve's going to show you how to catch them, but I'm going to try and get in there first and beat him.
And no, you're not, mate. This is personal.
Oh yeah, England versus Australia herring test match this time. You know what happened with the black brim?
Yeah, I owe him one too. You just wait. Off a jetty, we like to use burley pellets which sink down and keep the fish in your area.
Yeah, thanks for that, Steve.
Oh, hang on, I was burleying up.
Told ya. There you go, beautiful little herring. And if these grew to about 50 pounds, they would have to be probably one of the best sport fish in the world, because they go everywhere.
That's my duck broken.
Somebody put that on for him.
Oh yeah. I swam all the way out there. I'm gonna get it up now. That's bigger than your one too. See, that's a real herring. That's the real one. You see that? That's a real one. All right? You like that? All right, no worries. 1-1. 1-1. The French name Esperance can loosely be translated to hope with confidence and faith in the future. The waters are so clear that you'd swear you're in the middle of a tropical shoal. From the stark beauty of the Cape Arid National Park to the untouched Duke of New Orleans Bay and beyond, Esperance is truly an awe-inspiring place.
Now I've just done a little experiment there. They actually don't like the shell. Loads of them looked at it and said no. So now I'm going to use one without the shell, just the jelly in the middle, and that'll work.
This seal's a regular visitor and he hangs around for a free feed, but he obviously didn't know that Pom and myself were putting them all back today. A good thing too, because now there were so many fish under the jetty in our burley that you didn't have to try too hard to catch them.
Oh, yeah, I'm on again. Beautiful. That's 3. Oh well, put him back. Oh, yeah, I'm on again.
Hey! Oh, so am I.
Beautiful.
Hey, wait a minute.
That's great. No worries.
That looks like the last one.
Yeah, all herring look the same, don't they? They're
It's
like
even
that.
hooked in the same way.
Seen that over there?
That.
Oh, yeah, on again, Steve.
Oh, jeez.
See, they're quite fighters, aren't they, these little herring?
You're all right there, mate.
Yeah.
Making me look quite bad.
I tell you what, over there, see over there where that town is?
Yeah.
It's nice. Good sized
It's
jetty.
beautiful around here, yeah.
Oh, on again.
What? No.
I'm pulling these fish out, no worries.
That's the same fish.
Beautiful little size, look. Oh, I'm on again.
I saw it that time. This is what happens to people
No.
that cheat.
I'm going to put it back. I'm going to put it back. I will, look, I'll put it back, look. See, fish, no hook, fish,
I
no
reckon
hook.
that's a deduction
No.
for dishonesty.
Beautiful. That's about 90 to me. Well, we had a great time here on the jetty. It's great fun, just for an afternoon. Bit of a fishing comp.
Yes.
And not too many fish caught.
That's right, one of us had a great time and one of us cheats. I'd like to point that out. One of us cheats. And it's not a good thing to do, kids. If you're at home, this man here can't be trusted, all right?
No, it's all in good fun.
But,
and he never spotted anything.
The last stop on our Esperance trip was the one we were all looking forward to. We'd heard some amazing tales of massive pink snapper in the Duke of New Orleans Bay, and I was champing at the bit to catch one. Dave from Duke Charters has been working these waters for many years. What we're doing is called jigging, and we hope we jig the lures right under the noses of some big fish. Oh, yeah, I think this is a snapper. got those head shakes going.
We'll get out of your way.
Oh, gee.
Oh, couldn't you?
Everyone's now winding up for me because we're all using braid, and oh, he's well hooked. He's shaking his head. You can see the rod's bucking up and down, and that's what snapper do. So I'm calling it early. And Dave's told us that there's some snapper here, so good call. First fish might just be.
Or a big wrasse.
Don't say wrasse.
Is it the right colour?
It looks pretty pink.
Is it the right colour?
Looks like a pinky to me.
And I'd say it is a small one, but a nice one.
It is, it's a pinky.
The size of that.
Oh, wow.
On the jig.
On the jig too.
Well done. Well done. Lovely
Now
fish.
that is a great pinky. Woohoo!
That's a really nice fish, Steve. What did you use there?
Wow, this is a rig that I've been experimenting with. See that? That's a white bucktail jig. And these things are fantastic all over the place, but I'm using it as my sinker. It's very weighted, and I've put a little bit of squid on there. And instead of going for just the baited hook, they've gone for the lead jig. And wow. Dave, what a great start, eh?
Lovely. First one for the day, eh? Lovely.
Oh, and we're in about 20 metres of water, so I reckon we can just about pop him back, eh?
Not a problem at all.
Now, wait a sec. Off you go, mate.
Off you go.
He's not bad at all.
Off you
Little
go.
kick.
Here's a way.
He'll be fine. Mate, what do you got?
Well, I like to do things, catch two at a time.
This is a great spot, Dave.
Now, what are these?
They're swallowtail, and people confuse them quite often with nanagai or the red snapper.
Can you touch them?
Yes, you can. They've got very sharp little gill rakers, so always just put your thumb in the mouth and just take them out lightly. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they can't hurt you. There's no real teeth.
Right.
Beautiful.
On the white jig. Beautiful. It's only little one, but it's the first one I've ever caught.
Well, let me do it for you, mate.
Yeah.
Straight from the tail, and in we go. There's your first pink snapper.
Yes.
And a beauty he is.
Now this is the first snapper I've caught, so thank you very much.
Well done.
And he's a little male because he's got a bump on his head. So I'm going to put him back, and he's going to grow into a big male. That's great. Love it.
Well done.
There you go, fella.
Dave doesn't like to tax one area too heavily, so after every few fish, we'd move on to yet another great little reef. Now, this is going to be good. Hit one pearl one, mate.
They're a school fish. Look at the size of the mouth on that.
Wow.
It's huge, isn't it?
Like
Huge
a
eyes
bass.
as well. Yeah, they are like a bass,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, they're amazing. Yep, on.
Ah, it's about time you caught one, isn't it?
You're not wrong there. It's not a bad fish, though.
So there is a size limit on them.
Yes, these have got to be 420 millimetres. They are bottom feeders, and if you have a look at those lips, the way they're all sort of scratched up. Beautiful.
Place your bets.
A racer.
I wound him up nice and slow, so he'll be fine. Down he goes.
Now, it's confusing me a bit here. Queenfish, guys. I've caught queenfish up north, and this doesn't look like what we're catching up there.
No
Totally
way.
different fish.
That's
Wow,
right.
look at that.
It's actually what's called a blue moorwong. They call them queen snapper or queenies, but they are a moorwong, and you can tell by the huge lips, which we're going to show you. I think possibly the prettiest fish in the ocean, this.
He's got this beautiful yellow streak on his head and yellow eyes to match. He's very colour coordinated, this
Oh
fish.
yeah.
Ooh, there he goes. Well, I'm having a great time on Duke Charters in Esperance, the Bay of Isles, and it certainly is very, very pretty. Loads of islands around. Dave, you're catching me fish that I've never caught before, and anybody can come out and do this. Spend the day with Dave. He's just got the coffee out, so I'm just going to go and grab a drink while the boys have a fish. Duke Charters in Esperance.
Well, it's not really happening for me here, but if you're sitting at home wondering where are the fish biting, why not log on to www.fishingwa.com. There's articles, there's hotspots, there's lots of maps of the WA coastline showing where the fish are, but more importantly, there's up-to-date fishing reports and a great big list of fishing spots showing exactly where you can get into some great fish. So log on, www.fishingwa.com. On our next show, we head just off Fremantle for some light tackle action. We also take you deep into the Kimberley and the horizontal waterfalls before some mind-blowing mangrove jack action from the rapids.
Esperance is so close to Perth, really. It's a day's drive, even if not even that. And you can come down here and do exactly what we did on the charter boat, on the beach. It's just a fabulous place.
That's right, there's something for everybody. I love Esperance. I'm sure we'll be back here next series to do it again. But
Absolutely.
for now, it's goodbye from Fishing Western Australia.
Goodbye.